Read Psalm 78, 3 and 4. Things we've heard and known, things our ancestors have told us, we will not hide them from their descendants. We will tell the next generation the praiseworthy deeds of the Lord, His power and the wonders He has done. The strength of a generation is determined by what it inherits spiritually and what it passes on. Faith is never meant to begin and end with one person. It is designed to flow like a river from one generation to the next. The things we've heard and known speak of testimonies of God's deliverance, provisions, and wonders, which must be impressed upon our children. For what we do not testify of, the next generation will not know, and what we do not preserve, the enemy will erase. Revelation 12:11 reminds us that victory comes not only by the blood of the Lamb, but also by the word of our testimony. We are therefore called to talk about the goodness of God everywhere, in every way, preserving the undiluted truths and the old-time faith. Families, nations, and churches must build archives of testimony so that what we have seen, known, and experienced of God does not die with us. We must not hide or be silent, but boldly declare praiseworthy deeds of the Lord, His power and His wonders, passing down faith and not fear, worship and not worry, testimonies and not trauma. When we proclaim God's mighty arm, we shift the atmosphere of our homes, churches, and nations, reminding humanity of all God has done. True inheritance is not only in material but spiritual. Therefore, every believer carries the duty of handing over a godly heritage. Testimonies must become a normal part of our conversation, not an occasion. Our ministries must preserve eternal truth for continuity. So what we fail to transmit, we risk losing. God is raising you as a storyteller of His glory, preservers of His wonders, and heralds of His mighty arm, so that the next generation will not only hear but also believe, rise, and continue the legacy of faith. So today we declare that I am a custodian of faith, and I will not let the testimony of God die with me. My mouth shall proclaim the praiseworthy deeds of the Lord in every season. I pass down faith, not fear, worship, not worry, testimonies, not trauma. The wonders of God in my life shall echo through generations after me. I silence every agenda of the enemy to erase the memory of God's work in my lineage. My household, church, and nations will be shifted by the atmosphere of praise and testimony. I preserve the undiluted truth and hand it over as a heritage to the next generation. The next generation will not only hear but believe, rise, and continue the legacy of faith through me. I am a storyteller of God's glory, the preserver of His wonders, and a herald of His mighty act. The river of faith flowing from my life will not dry up but increase until Christ returns. Amen.